alafu yeye ndio ataalika rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Asante.
Haya. Jothurwa. Wabiro kawuono gikuyo Marco Phoebe Nyagoro. Wabiro yewimo tung piny biro kae kawuono. Adwa wacho gi dhok moro mokwongo eka biro wacho gi dhowa. We have come here today to mourn a great Kenyan lady, a matriarch in all sense of the word. Phoebe's life is an exemplification of humanism. She ranks among some of the greatest women in the world. So we have come today to celebrate her life, not to mourn. Because at 92, Phoebe has seen it all. She rose from childhood at the time when there's a lot of discrimination against women, and managed against all the odds at that time to secure education up to a high level and becoming a teacher. One of those she taught there in central Kenya was a member of parliament with us, Matere Keriri. Matere Keriri used to tell us how Phoebe used to teach them how to dress properly in those years. She then became the first African woman to become a leader of maendeleo ya wanawake against white women. And when independence came, she was working with the prison department. Jaramogi, as Minister for Home Affairs, was in charge of prisons, made her a superintendent of prisons, became a senior superintendent of prisons. And in that capacity, she helped to develop the Langata Women Prison to create conditions of humanity in the prisons there. And then she worked with children after that. She worked with children and promoted the development of children, orphans, children which were disabled, and so on. That is another contribution that Phoebe made. And then she became a politician. And as you have been told, if you go into the Hansard, you will see Phoebe's contribution in Parliament. When she stood to talk in Parliament about women's rights, you would sit down and just listen and cheer her. She was very passionate about women's rights. She elevated women's issues to the national level, and she was fearless. Phoebe was also compassionate. Oburu has told you the relationship between us, our family, and the family of Phoebe. Jaramogi and Phoebe's father, the late Pastor Joel Omer, were the founders of Luo Union East Africa. Jaramogi became the first Kir. Joel Omer became the deputy Kir. Late Mr. Adano Tuko became the Secretary General of Luo Union. And it is through Mr. Joel Omer that Oburu came to study this other side of Nyanza. We used to meet Phoebe in those years when she was young. And therefore, Phoebe is like my elder sister. Here in this family, you know, all her other brothers, some of them late, most of them late, and sisters. We are family with the Omers. But Phoebe has also several connections here. Her grandmother came from another clan of Karachuonyo. She herself lived in another clan of Karachuonyo. Now she's married to another clan of Karachuonyo. That's why when she decided to come into politics, she was unbeatable in Karachuonyo. She stood against Okikamayo and won. Amayo appealed, and there was a by-election here in Karachuonyo. We came to Karachuonyo here with Orengo Jimmy here. Kajawad Gadongo. Asoko Jaka John. Here, Phoebe's symbol was the house. And that by-election was contested. It was a serious by-election because the entire government machinery was supporting Okikamayo. But we came here, descended this place like bees. And we had a Soka Jaka John with his kinanda. Odd. Yokarachuonyo. Odd. Nyagoro. Odd. Kende mwagoni ombulu. Phoebe wacho. Odd. Asiyo wacho. Odd. Okachi wacho. Odd. Karachuonyo wacho. Odd. Odd. Kende mwagoni ombulu. She was re-elected resoundingly. And after this momentum that we had gathered here in Karachuonyo, we descended into Ugenya. There was another by-election in Ugenya. And that by-election again, we put Orengo Simba. And Simba also won against another minister, Matthew Sugutu. Then we moved up to central Kenya at that time. We had created a wave at that time, which was very powerful. Phoebe did not let us down when she went to Parliament. She went to Parliament and continued to fight for the rights of Kenyans that we had all been talking about. Later on, we would join with Phoebe in 1992 in Ford, Kenya. And she became a member of Parliament for Karachuonyo once again. And we were there together up to 1997. Jaramogi died when we were together with Phoebe. And Phoebe was one of the people who actually held my hand at that time and asked me to forget what had happened and to move on. She was one of the people who consoled me at that very difficult time. So that's why I'm so happy today that the government of President Ruto has accepted to give Phoebe this kind of burial that she richly deserves. As a hero. As a hero. And Mr. President, I want you to follow it up by dedicating a monument in Nairobi in honor of Madam Phoebe Asiyo. Nyaguru. Because Phoebe deserves it. Phoebe has done what many people have not been able to do. And that's why we are all here today.